What is up YouTube, InfectedXenon here, coming at you guys with the Zielgigas Gishki OTK deck. It is an OTK deck, but keep in mind you really don't push for game that fast sometimes if you don't set up to it good, which Dueling Network gives you them really sexy hands of all traps, or bad, not optimal hands. But without further ado, let's get into an analysis card per card. And I do want to say first and foremost that this deck, if you cannot get if Thunder King's on board and you can't get him off field as fast as possible, you're gonna have a really bad time, because this deck does require a lot of searching to be good. So that's one thing to keep in mind. But without further ado, let's get started. 3 Gishki Abyss. Gishki Abyss lets you, whenever it's summoned, it could be normal or special, you can add 1 Gishki with 1000 defense or less. So let's start going and seeing who you can add. You can add this. You can add Shadow, Vision, and Zielgigas, because it doesn't say regular monster, no, it's any Gishki monster with 1000 attack, defense or less, which is except for Gishki Abyss. So you pretty much want to run him because he's a straddle to the deck, and he combos really well with the next card, Gishki Beast. Gishki Beast is a 1500 card, and when it's summoned, normal summon, you target 1 level 4 lower Gishki monster in your graveyard, special summon that target in face-up defense. So I was thinking of bumping this up to 3, but I feel like at 2 it's a really good number. You top deck this late game and you go for instant rank 4s, because you can just special summon the Shadow and go for a rank 4 play. And he's really cool, just instant XYZ. Then I play Tekken 1 Gishki Chain. Gishki Chain, what he does is when he's normal summon, you look at the top 3 cards of your deck. If there's a ritual monster or a ritual spell card, you can reveal one of them to your opponent and add it to your hand. So you can deck thin by 1 card and then return the other cards to the deck, to your deck in the order of your choice. So you can make it so you top deck Gores or top deck Gishki Beast late game, stuff like that. And you can add one of these hopefully with its effect. So yeah, and he's an 1800 beater and a level 4, so really cool. I guess you can also add him off of Gishki Abyss. Then I played 3 Shadow. Pretty much Shadow and Vision have 2 similarities, or 3 similarities. Well, just 2, yeah. So if you ritual summon in this guy off of Gishki Akamiri, these 2 can be used as the entire tribute. So instead of 10 stars, you can just use these 2. So that makes him good at that. And you can discard this card to your graveyard to add 1 Gishki spell card to your hand, and you can discard this card to your graveyard to add 1 Gishki ritual monster. So you can add Zielgigas off of him and Akamiri off of him, and they don't need to be sent to the graveyard. I don't know why I said that. And reason I only run 2 of Vision is because you can add Zielgigas off of Abyss, but it's not the most optimal. What I like to do is go Abyss, pitch the Vision, and add the Zielgigas, because deck thinning is really optimal too, because so you can draw into your key pieces and stuff like that. Then I run 5 hand traps, being Gores, double max C because it's amazing against E-Dragons, and then double trag because, well, being OTK sucks. It's an OTK build, but we know that getting OTK sucks. That's why we do it, right? And yeah, I mean, it's really good. You always have really hand advantage because you're always searching, so trag is never really bad. And yeah, and he's also level 10, which does help with OTK. And there's a sneeze. Bless you. There. And then 3 Zielgigas, and main part of the deck, 3200 beater. You beater, you know what I mean. You can use this effect to once per turn pay 1000 life points as a cost to draw 1 card and reveal it. Then, if it was a Gishki monster, shuffle 1 card from the field into the deck. So if there's nothing on the field and you do use the effect, you have to shuffle Zielgigas back into the deck, which is the only bad part, but just don't use it if it's not like there. Then for spells, Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, Heavy Storm, 2 spaces, because of course there are decks that play traps, but not many meta decks do. So I cut it down to 2, even though I've been playing 3 of this format, but now with E-Dragons and Prophecy and stuff like that, it's not optimal. And Dark Hole isn't either, but you just want to clear board to OTK, and I'll teach you the OTK, which is really simple. But yeah, 2 lands, protect your Zielgigas, 3 Akamiri, and this is the most OP spell card ever in the deck. So, okay, this card can be used to ritual summon any Gishki ritual monster. You must also tribute monsters from the field of your hand whose levels equal the level of the ritual monster you ritual summon. You can shuffle this card from the graveyard into the deck to target 1 Gishki ritual monster in your graveyard, return that target to the hand. So you infinitely can use Aquamirs as long as you add him back from your graveyard to your hand. So that's great. Infinite Zielgigas is good. And yeah, he's really broken, so you need to run 3 of this in any Gishki build really. And then triple salvage, because you can add Abyss, Beast, Shadow, and Vision all back to your hand off of salvage, and it's just really great combos. Like let's say you pitch both of these, add Zielgigas and Aqua Mirror, and then you salvage and get them back, and then you can use. Okay, I'll teach you that play after this. So yeah, and then for traps, 2 Compulse, 2 Deep Prison, 2 Fiendish, and then the Solemn Duel. Pretty standard traps, so not much explaining needed. For extra deck, 2 Abyss Dwellers because it does always get beefy 2200, and that's always great, and it's really good against Mermails. So Diamond Dyer, gotcha, because you do plays with Vision sometimes and Abyss, so it's possible. Cowboy, Gemini Pearl, Chain, Maze Stroke, Shock, even though you never really get Shockmaster opportunities. For the rare case that you do, I play it. 1 Utopia, 1 Black Ship, 1 Photon Pappy, 1 Super Dimensional Robot Galaxy Destroyer, and pretty much you can use them with these 2 cards right here, so. And then 2 Gustav Max. So the OTK, what you want to do is have 2 Zielgigases and attack them directly with both, which should be 6400. And then you overlay for Gustav Max and burn for the last, which is really awesome, you know. It's really cool. And here's the loop I was trying to tell you guys before. So let's say you searched out, let's say off of Abyss, you opened up Abyss and let's say Shadow. You normal summon the Abyss and add Vision. You don't do anything. Next turn, let's say you draw into salvage or you already had it in your hand. You pitch these 2, add Zielgigas, Aqua Mirror. You salvage both of them back. Then you're gonna use Aqua Mirror using Vision, and you special summon the Zielgigas. Okay. Then you're gonna pitch Shadow, right? Add an Aqua Mirror, and then you're gonna. What was the thing? You're gonna. If you have another salvage or a monster reborn in your hand, or a beast, you can go special summon one of them, go for the play, and yeah, there's how you do it. It's really easy to do loops in this deck, and if you have 2 salvages and the play I just told you, you have 3 Zielgigas opportunities. So yeah, and you do open up with these 2 a lot more often, so yeah. Pretty much that's it for this deck profile. Hopefully you guys liked it. If you guys can give me 15 likes, I will do a 3 duels sped up really quick to show you guys how I play the deck and some cool plays, I guess. So yeah, thanks for watching. InfectedXenon signing out. Peace.